1899, a year frozen in snow, silence, and secrets. In a remote corner of Illinois, where the wind howled through the trees and winter swallowed the land, there stood an orphanage, Cold Creek Orphanage. It was meant to be a sanctuary, a safe home for children who had lost everything. But instead, it became their tomb. One winter night, every child inside disappeared without a trace. No bodies, no graves, no explanations, only questions. So I ask you, if dozens of children vanished overnight without a single witness, what would you believe happened? Was it human evil or something far darker? They say buildings carry memories. Some carry joy, some carry tragedy. Cold Creek carried screams. The orphanage itself was a strange place. Stone walls built too thick, windows too small, and corridors that seemed to echo even when no one was there. Locals swore that in winter nights, shadows walked across the windows long after the children were asleep. And here's the question for you. If a building could hold the energy of the past, would Cold Creek Orphanage whisper its secrets or scream them? These weren't just names on paper. They were living, breathing children. Some were no older than 5. Others already teenagers who had seen too much pain. Witnesses described their laughter echoing across the frozen fields. But others claimed it wasn't laughter at all, that it sounded more like nervous giggles, like the children knew something was wrong. Imagine being one of them locked inside those freezing walls, waiting for parents who would never come. And then nothing. So I ask you, if children could sense danger before it happened, could these orphans have known their fate long before it came? The warden of Cold Creek was a man shrouded in secrecy. No one really knew his full history. Only whispers. Some said he grew up in another orphanage, one known for cruelty and punishment. Others claimed he was obsessed with strange rituals and that the children weren't in his care, but in his control. When investigators searched his quarters after the disappearance, they found journals filled with cryptic drawings, odd symbols, and one repeated phrase. The cold keeps them quiet. But here's my question to you. Was this man a product of his own dark childhood? Or was he something else entirely, something inhuman? The official records say nothing. Just that one morning, the townsfolk noticed the orphanage was silent. No laughter, no cries, no movement. When they entered, the beds were empty, the food untouched, and the doors still locked from the inside. But the walls told another story. Deep scratches ran across the plaster, as if dozens of small hands clawed desperately to escape. And here's the question. How do dozens of children vanish without opening a single door? Do you believe this was humanly possible? Or do you believe something else took them? The tragedy of Cold Creek Orphanage has spawned countless theories. Some believe the warden sold the children into human trafficking rings, never to be seen again. Others insist it was something more sinister, a mass ritual sacrifice to an old, forgotten cult. But then there are those who whisper about the supernatural, that Cold Creek wasn't just a building, but a hungry thing, that it swallowed the children whole and still keeps their voices within its walls. So let me ask you this. If you stood inside that orphanage tonight and you heard the sound of children laughing in the dark, would you stay or would you run? Cold Creek Orphanage was eventually abandoned. Its walls crumbled, its roof caved in, but locals swear the land is still cursed. Hunters say they've heard children's cries echo across the valley. Some claim to see little faces pressed against invisible windows. And here's the final question for you. Do you believe these children are trapped in time, forever bound to that night in 1899? Or do you believe their story is a warning that history can erase names, but it cannot erase suffering? The forgotten children of Cold Creek Orphanage remain one of history's darkest mysteries. Were they victims of cruelty, of ritual, or of something beyond human understanding? Tell me your theory in the comments. What do you believe happened that night? And if you want to uncover more hidden, macabre truths of history, hit subscribe right now. Because next time, the story I'll share may be even darker, and it might just change the way you see the past.